We are reporting after Wonderfest as it is right now. It is 10 p.m. at night in Japan. Wonderfest is over. And there was a lot of news that dropped from Wonderfest. As to be expected, we were mentioning it throughout the week about how Wonderfest is coming, Wonderfest is around the corner, and then it came and went just as quick, and a whole bunch of reveals were done, and a lot of stuff that, in all honesty, I did not expect, especially our topic that we're going to be discussing first. And it was funny, just to preface this, I was having a discussion with one of our Patreon guys, and they were asking, like, what do you think the next masterpieces are? And I pulled up this picture of, like, well, here's all of the masterpieces that we have for, like, 1984. And then, like, I pulled up the old G1 catalog, the old G1 1984 catalog, and I put little X's over, like, what we have done. And it's like, well, all the Decepticons are done up to this point, and here's all the Autobots. And it was like, all that was left was, like, Hound, Trailbreaker, Jazz, and Mirage. And then, of course, the mini-bots. And I was saying to them, like, if I was a betting man, I'd say, like, Jazz is due, and then probably Mirage. And I said, like, Hound is probably the least likely. That's what I said, because, like, well, we have, like, a Siege Hound coming. We got this, Hound already was, like, in the past couple of movies, just in name alone. Like, we have enough Hound already. And then I said also, like, out of all the designs, like, I find Hound is kind of like the one that's the least in need of a masterpiece, I would always say. Because, like, we got a pretty good shake of an alternator toy. Like, every toy he's ever gotten was pretty much hitting those areas. And I was like, it's not really needed too much. Now, the funny thing is about 2 years ago, one of the Figure King magazines teased at a Masterpiece Hound, and they showed a silhouette and everything, and here's going to be the next masterpiece. And that tease came and went, and nothing came of it. And then, of course, a whole bunch of other masterpieces came afterwards, and we never thought twice about it. Here we are today.
Yeah.
We are at the tail end of Wonderfest in the evenings of Japan. It's Saturday it's Sunday morning for us, but it's Sunday night for them. And we have a Masterpiece Hound that has been revealed. And I'm quite surprised that they chose to go with this character. But that being said, there's repaint potential with this. It's a character that, if you want to have fun with it afterwards for repaints and stuff, it's a very easy one to do. So I'm actually quite surprised that they went with a Masterpiece Hound, but at the same time, not too surprised, because, again, they got to finish those 84, 85 guys. So better now than never. And he looks really good. I was reading a lot of comments online how some people were not feeling it, or they liked their Willis better, which is a third-party Hound that came about, I think, about a year and a half.
Do you know who made that Willis one?
I want to say Fan Toys. I think it was Fan Toys.
Let me do a little quick look here.
But, a lot of people were... But the thing is, and I was very quick to pull up the images, Masterpiece is always this pursuit of the Fleero Deary Generation 1 Sunbow designs.
Yeah, it is Fan Toys. Willis is Fan Toys.
Was Fan Toys? Oh, okay.
Yep.
And it's just like, every time I pull up those Fleero Deary designs and I look at it, I'm like, this is what they did. Like, Hound, if you go back and watch More to Meets the Eye parts 1, 2, and 3, Hound has a very weird cartoon design in like the location of his shoulders, how low they hang. Like, there's a lot of shots of him next to Spike in those first 3 episodes where he just has a very wonky kind of design. But that was Fleero Deary looking at the original G1 Hound toy from '84 and going, this is how I see this transitioning. And so they pretty much went about that wonky kind of design. When I mean wonky, I mean it's not like out there, but it's just like it has a very, what we're so used to with a bulky, more, traditional humanoid robot.
Yeah.
He had a little bit of little twists and turns that are a little more different that people are not used to. And they've pretty much replicated that. They put that right here in the Masterpiece toy. And I mean, look, Hound is one of those characters that, like I said before, had so many toys that really gave you what you needed in those different areas, that whether it be the Masterpiece, excuse me, not the Masterpiece, the alternator, the Vinyl Tech,
the classics,
the classics / Henkei, whatever you want to call it. Like, all of those were already kind of taken care of. Now we got the Siege one coming out. So there's a lot of different aesthetical choices already for more or less the same silhouette. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like comparing, let's say, a Masterpiece Sideswipe to, let's say, the classics one or whatever. These Hound interpretations really go Army Jeep every time. You know what I mean? And it's a safe Army Jeep design every time. So to get this, that's Fluoro-Diri accurate, that really, captures that simpleness of those 84 designs, I'm down. I think this is great. He's probably going to be in that same price point of, let's say, Sideswipe and Sunstreaker, because of his simplicity of his design. And I mean, I'm just looking at it, I could already see pretty much how the transformation is going to be. If anyone who's messed with some of those, fan toys, Willis and stuff like that, it's going to be a lot of the same. I'm more curious about the extras. Will it include a hound? Will it include a Spike figure that it could ride on the side? An updated Spike figure, maybe?
All those people that are going to take their MP Hound and recreate that gift, that weird proportional gift. Hound's behind Spike.
That weird Spike almost drowning from water, and Hound trying to revive him.
From behind.
Be misconstrued in many ways. Google Hound and Spike. I don't even know how to finish that sentence, but Hound and Spike GIF. I'm pretty sure it'll come up.
Just leave it at that, and you'll be good.
Leave it at that. If anyone who's watched Mortal Meets the Eye parts 1, 2, and 3, I think it was part 2 that episode, but
not safe for work, kind of. But
probably
not. Really,
probably not safe for work. Probably your boss will think you got some weird things going on.
Yeah,
with
exactly.
You. But either way, it's a very good design here. I actually dig it a lot. The criticism about it, some people liking their third-party ones better. I see where you're coming from in terms of just an engineering and just the final silhouette. But again, what Masterpiece is trying to do here is really just trying to
give justice
that anime, Fluoro-Diri design. It's the constant pursuit of that that reach. And I mean, again, the other stuff that's revealed this weekend is even more a reinforcement of that pursuit for animation accuracy over, well, we wanted to make it look cool, So, and that's a heavy reality. Anything else you want to say about this before we close it up?
Pretty much that it looks good. I'm surprised how very close it is to Willis. Like when I just look at them back to back, side to side, from images that are around, I am super surprised how kind of similar they are, especially in the legs. I think the one thing I'm noticing with the Masterpiece one is that the shin has like a cut so that you can get more posability out of it. So that's impressive to me. I think that's probably the one up it has on the Willis, I'm going to say. I'm just trying to like flip back and forth and see what I could see just from the images here. I still personally, I have a gun dog from Make Toys, and I kind of like that a little bit more because I like the chunk of the legs. In the other two, it's trying to keep to that Fluoro-Diri original design where the legs are a little bit streamlined, and then you have the these interesting little vents on the feet kind of thing. Like it's going for that exact design, but I personally just like the chunkiness of the legs. I don't know. I'm thinking like just comparing the Willis and the Hound. I just feel and the MP Hound. I feel like probably the MP Hound wins out a little bit, just edges it out just a bit.
Well, especially like it's really like where the individual collector is coming from.
Yeah.
If their display is this pursuit of I want to have what was on the TV screen growing up, and I want to have a perfect representation of those Fluoro-Diri designs.
Yeah.
Just like how anyone who had an original G1 Ironhide as a kid and always wanted to just have what was on the TV screen and not what the toy was, then this is for you. Yeah. But at the same time, any kid who grew up with an original 1984 Hound toy, had very, because of the way that those old Diclon, car designs were, had very chunky feet, like the whole back end of the Jeep pretty much made those big fat feet,
exactly.
So it's really like what aesthetic you want to go with. And I mean,
chunky feet.
Well, that's just it. And Masterpiece, it does this thing where it's like, we're going to go show accurate, and then sometimes down the line they go, okay, and now we're going to do super toy accurate, so
because I kind of also feel that the Ratchet, the G1 Ratchet, MP Ratchet, and MP what's his name, Ironhide, kind of had that where I felt the third party was a lot nicer looking than the MP ones, the official MP ones, just because of that waist hip area with the diamond, with the giant diamond in the crotch.
The argument with even that one was, it was just kind of like people were showing screenshots from the 84 cartoon season 1, and they were showing like, well, here's the scenes where they based this MP officially on, they found specific scenes, and that's also again another flaw with basing stuff off of the 84 cartoon. A lot of animation errors, a lot of sometimes stuff goes off model. I mean, the biggest arguments we could get into when we get into, let's say, V3 Optimus here, is he had like 3 different head designs just in season 1 alone. So which one do you base it on?
Exactly. It's too many.
You have Toei, you have ACOM Studios, you have like, there was Sunbow had an outsource of a Korean studio, so it's really like, which one do you go with? So either way, I'm really digging this one. Again, it's that pursuit of show accuracy, and I guess the next topic we're going to talk about is even more a reason for show accuracy.